So today we have a question from Stephanie, who is a pediatric nurse practitioner. She says, I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner, and one of the biggest questions I get from my parents is what is the best way to get your child to listen to them and stop arguing and wanting to get the last word in? What would you say or recommend? So there's a couple of other questions here about how do you get the kids to stop arguing, and what do you do with kids who want to get the last word in? So in 1, 2, 3 Magic, what we do is we define listening as meaning one of two things. Number one is you want the kids to listen to you when you're trying to get them to stop doing something obnoxious, like arguing, yelling, whining, fighting, teasing, screaming, that kind of thing. Second definition of listen is you want to get the kids to do something positive, like go to bed, stay in bed, do their homework, eat their dinner, and so on. And as some of you know, the first one, dealing with obnoxious behavior, is what we call parenting job number 1. So we'll get the kids to listen by using counting. So when the children are misbehaving or whatever, you're going to say that's 1. Now that's a verbal and a visual warning that they're out of line. 5 seconds in between counts. If they hit a 3, there's going to be a consequence. The key is you don't say anything after the count. You don't say that's 1, come on now, I'm getting sick and tired of this, look at me when I'm talking to you, did God put you on earth to drive me crazy or what? That absolutely ruins it. So you want your kids to listen, obnoxious behavior, count, be quiet after the count, and know exactly what you're going to do at 3. What about good behavior? Positive behavior, you want the kids to listen when it's time to eat, do their homework, or whatever. This is what we call start behavior. And for start behavior, you're going to want to create routines. And in 1, 2, 3 Magic, we have 7 tactics you can use to create routines. So for homework every day, you want a routine. For up and out, you want a routine. For bedtime, you want to have a routine. And you can use the 7 tactics that are described there to set up these routines. A good thing with routines is to discuss it with the child first, what the routine's going to be, get their input. They can, have some say in how bedtime is going to be handled, for example, and then rehearse the routine. So some families, what they do is they get the kids in their pajamas on Saturday afternoon at 2 or 3 o'clock, and they rehearse the bedtime routine so the kids know what's going to happen. And with routines, you want the kids to start it if you can. You don't want to say, it's time for bed yourself. You'd rather, when the time comes, that they initiate the activity. So what does listen mean? Listen means either obnoxious behavior or encouraging positive behavior. And in 1, 2, 3 Magic, we have 2 different ways of dealing with that.